Hello there, my beautiful Leos, and welcome to or back to your channel. This is your weekend reading for this weekend of July 10th to the 13th. Time is fluid and you can resonate to any of these readings if you have strong Leo in your birth chart. So we're going to start off this weekend reading with a number to see what number Spirit is highlighting for you for the week, Leo, and your number is 999 with I am unique. Thank the past for your lessons and leave it where it belongs so you can make the best of the life that is still waiting to be fulfilled by only you. All right, triple nines coming in here for you, Leo, and underneath the deck is the following number of 1. Completions bring new beginnings. So step into what makes you different. Step into what makes you unique. Thank the past for what it has taught you, but it's time for you to evolve, to transform, and to look towards the future instead of either looking to the past, dwelling on the past, or whatever the case may be. Nines is one of the strongest numbers in the energy of numerology. So the fact that you do have triple nines is a very powerful weekend vibration to receive right away. But what makes you different is going to make you stand out around this time. So as much as we love to hide those parts of ourselves or feel scared of showing our true selves or maybe being like authentic or, you know, everyone has their little bit of like weirdness, right? You're being asked to let your weirdness shine, to let what makes you different and what makes you unique stand out, because it will when you get this type of energy. Let's see what else you got going on. Some of you born on the 9th, some of you life path number 9. Ooh, we have Sun in Libra with harmony, card number 7. Enjoy life with music, love, and romance. So this card coming through could strongly indicate that there is some type of activation of love in your life this weekend, whether new love is coming your way or there is a bond strengthening between you and another person. Now, your bond may strengthen through specifics here with music, loving gestures, romantic settings, things along those lines. But the Sun in Libra comes through. It usually does make this a little bit of a love reading. I'm going to try my best to see what else comes out and to make it in the sense of general. But when this card specifically comes through, they are talking about your relationships, specifically romance. I know y'all see the huge red rose right there. Some of you may actually be receiving roses or giving roses this weekend. You know, you do have triple nine and the Sun in Libra. Some of you, your single days are coming to an end, or a cycle in a relationship is completing and evolving into more harmonious, balanced energy. If things have fell off or weird, could be moving into a different level of commitment with someone around this time. Single Leos, you may definitely meet somebody new this weekend or around this time. But Sun in Libra coming through, bringing a nice sense of balance and harmony into your relationships. Like I said, this card does indicate romance, but you know, relationships, that energy of Libra, it doesn't just rule full romance, even though this card kind of does. So there could be a harmonious balance restored in a bunch of different relationships in your life. Platonic, family, co-workers, whatever the case may be. So let's see, your Moonology card is your commitment is being tested with first quarter moon. Okay, so I feel like this is really connected to I am unique. I feel like as you step into a level of balance and harmony and connections, you know, sometimes when you get more comfortable with people or you connect to somebody who does make you feel comfortable, there's like that back and forth inside of you where it's like, all right, I want to show more of my true self. Is it too early? I want to show more of who I am. I want to do this. I want to do that. You know, if I were to give you a random example that doesn't have to do with love, right? Some of you, you're going to start a new job and you're going to be around maybe new coworkers, right? And they're like, oh, just chatting, just talking. Maybe somebody brings up astrology. Maybe somebody brings up spiritual energy and you kind of like are like feeling out the vibes. Like, all right, do I say that I'm into that? Do I say that I am this or am that? So it's like almost like your commitment to your authentic self is about to be tested around this time, where the universe is testing you purposely to see how well you are at being you. in your uniqueness and your difference, and not wearing a mask just out of fear of being judged or out of fear of showing too much of yourself. So I feel like that snapped into my awareness right away when I read that card. Let's clarify it, or let's see what your fortune is for the weekend. You have goals. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. Thank you so much, fortune deck. It's like y'all knew. I was like, all right, I don't want to make this a full love reading, because literally your next reading is going to be your weekly love reading for the next week. And here we go with goals coming through. So we're getting a little bit of everything now in this weekend reading. So it looks like you are getting closer to achieving your goals. Now, with the goals card coming through and your commitment is being tested, some of you may have a split energy this weekend where you want to nurture your relationships, but you also have certain things you got to do and take care of, or work to do, or money to make, or, you know, specific goals you have for yourself that you're really trying to not be distracted from. And sometimes that happens. I mean, this combination of cards came out in a perfect way. It's like, here's your relationships, here's your goals towards yourself, and right in the middle, your commitment being tested. Like, where are you going to place your energy? Can you find balance yourself this weekend in nurturing and showing up and making sure you show up for yourself? There's something about your authenticity being tested. I feel like there could be this, like I said, that example with, I don't know, around new people. Sometimes us spiritual people kind of feel out the energy before we start to say things. That's why that example came in pretty quickly. But for others of you, there could just be this energy of you having to balance out placing your energy in one direction of your life while also making the other direction of your life feel fulfilled as well. So there could be something going on this weekend with like work and relationships. Underneath the sun in Libra, we're going to get you some signs from spirit before we get your tarot out. We have the Whole with mystery. Underneath the first quarter moon, you have feathers with protection. Beautiful. So pay attention to feather symbolism. This is your guardian angel, your passed on loved ones, your spirit team, giving you reassurance that they are around and protecting you. And underneath goals, we have the spider with weave. Yeah, there is something that you are working on for yourself financially, career-wise. And then here comes this amplification of love. Here comes this amplification of connection and relationships. And, you know, it could be with the Whole coming through mystery, you're kind of like, okay, I'm not 100% certain of how I'm going to make this work, but I know I'm going to try to make it work. Because you have the spider underneath the goals, which shows me that there are things that you are working on and there are things that you are building, right? You're weaving your web for your foundation and for your career, finance, security, whatever the case may be. But then it's almost like your relationships start to be highlighted at the same time. And it could be a little bit uncertain for you, like, okay, especially with being your authentic self, mystery. Well, how is that going to be received? Some of you have never showed certain parts of yourself to certain people, and you're kind of like, all right, well, I don't know how it's going to go. But this card coming out underneath actually gives you that guidance of go down the hole, see what could happen, because it actually could be that maybe this person has the same interests, hobbies, and goals, or things along those lines that you fear letting other people know. So let's see. Your overall energy from the tarot is the Ace of Cups with Love Abounds. I'm not surprised you have this card at all. There is an energy of being highlighted of some type of loving connection or amplification of loving connection. Now, single Leo, there you go. Triple nines to the ace. You may definitely meet love around this time if you are single. And right at the start of it, it could seem mysterious. You're like, well, I don't know what this is going to be. I don't know how this is going to go, this, that, and the other. But you're definitely being guided to experience it and take the ace. Ace of Cups could also be that you're receiving, right, more love, more affection, more romantic gestures from your person. If you are in a relationship, you could definitely be moving into a sense of just more emotional connection with each other, being more open, being more vulnerable, being more expressive with deeper feelings. The Sun in Libra helps that happen in a nice balanced way. So let's clarify the Ace of Cups. Love abounds. Love is here. Love is presenting itself to you, whether in a current connection or a new type of relationship. There's definitely love coming into your world. You know, the Ace of Cups for a current connection could also just be like a new expression of love. A way this person maybe has not expressed their love before. You know, moving into exclusivity, if you're in a dating situation, stuff like that. On the Ace of Cups, we have the Queen of Wands. So this energy is going to make you feel very good. It's going to fuel you. It's going to make you feel seen, heard, appreciated, recognized. And that's exactly what your triple nines is saying. It's like you will stand out for what makes you different, for what makes you look different, feel different, are different. So you're being called to use your warmth. And I almost feel, you know, the Queen of Wands, you're fire, Leo, no matter what you're watching this for placement-wise. You have Leo in your chart somewhere. And a lot of the times there is a split in Leo energy where you're like, really, I feel the love, I feel the warmth, I want to express it. But Leo energy is also met with pride, where there's that back forth energy where you're kind of like, I feel it so much, and I want to express it, but I don't want to express it, and I don't get the reciprocation or receival that I'm looking for. With the Queen of Wands, she doesn't overthink that. She's looking up and she's like, I'm going to go for what I want, and I'm going to put my heart out there. So it looks like Ace of Cups to the Queen of Wands, you're being called to put your heart out there as somebody may be putting their heart out there towards you. Because it looks like it's going to be received very well, even though there's a mystery to it. Let's see what's coming your way. The High Priestess. So there could be a strong like telepathic connection you have with an individual here. You know, that High Priestess there, I'm not surprised on, because one of the examples I did here was like being open with like your spirituality. Sometimes that could definitely, it doesn't have to be towards a platonic energy. It could definitely be towards love. I know some of y'all definitely may have experienced that, where you don't want to seem maybe like you're too into spirituality or astrology. It's like considered sometimes taboo. Your influence is the Knight of Wands. So you're being influenced to really move your energy around, explore, put yourself out there, do not have fear, and be excited about the energy instead of fearful, which shows Knight of Wands in your position. That could be what you're doing. Your unexpected energy is the Ace of Pentacles. So some of you, if this is a new person, you may not expect this to go somewhere, but it actually will. I definitely feel for single Leo's unexpected new energy. If you are in a connection, there is some unexpected evolution. It's like the bond strengthens with the emotional exchange. And it's like with the High Priestess here, what's coming your way, I almost feel like both of you have been wanting more emotion. Your advice is the Justice card. Be decisive. There is that Libra energy. Step into the energy of balance. You know, your advice, don't tip the scales. You know, don't, what's that quote? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, or something like that. I feel like that could connect with your commitment is being tested. And your outcome is the devil. Oh my gosh. No wonder. No wonder you're getting this energy. What's behind your pomegranate curtain, Leo? I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it. There's something in your energy you're not being fully upfront about to this person right away. Or you haven't been, or you're not yet. Because it's a mystery of how the reaction will be. And it looks like it has something to do with like spiritual energy. Maybe like your religion or what you believe in or your belief systems or... I don't know. You're keeping something to yourself. I don't feel like it's malicious, and I don't feel like it's like bad per se, but it looks like you're keeping something to yourself that has to do with your uniqueness. You know, everyone's got a little something. You know, everyone's got a little something that they don't say right away, or like they wait for the right time, or like this, that, and the other. There's something going on here that revolves around that. Let's clarify this. On the High Priestess, in what's coming your way, we have the Knight of Cups, the Hermit, the Ten of Wands. There he goes. 9. The Hermit, number 9. Single day's over. 10 of Wands, putting it down. And there's that other Ace. You have 2 readings in a row that you are receiving every single Ace in elemental form. We're only missing the Ace of Swords again. And in the last reading, the Ace of Swords came out right at the end. And now you're getting it again. Overall, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. If you watch every reading, how cool is that? Like, how cool is that? This is what I mean of windows of opportunity for energy. So if you watched yesterday's reading, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you on this channel did, and now you're watching this reading and you know what I'm talking about, literally I made the title 4X Aces. So do you see how the energy is still available? Do you see how the energy hasn't changed yet? But this is why I read so frequently, because we don't know that. You know, we don't know, is the energy going to shift? So it still looks like whatever opportunities or people or evolutions or new cycles you're moving into, if some of you watch that reading, you're like, well, it was a daily and it didn't happen to me. Hey, you're getting it for the weekend too. The energy is still potent for it. So I do feel like you may find yourself in a position this weekend expressing something you normally keep to yourself, or maybe even just thinking about it. Maybe you don't express it yet, but some of you may be thinking about, all right, I think I'm actually going to let this person know this, or I think I'm actually going to be open about my feelings or more about myself. And that's where your commitment is being tested to your authenticity this weekend, because there it is, the Knight of Cups. There is somebody here. I mean, red roses again, y'all. I'm trying my best not to make it a full love reading, but it's hard. It is hard. I mean, we do have the goals energy here, right? Some of you have a split weekend. You got work going on. You got some relationship stuff happening. But there's definitely this energy here of somebody making you feel so comfortable to be more open with them. And it's because of the Knight of Cups. It's because the way they are showing you their love or showing you themselves, it's going to make you feel more comfortable. And there's a nice spark of excitement here coming your way. On the Knight of Wands and your influence, we have the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the Knight of Swords. You have a lot of 9s in your spread too. And the fact that you have triple 9s, there it is, 3 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, Temperance. There's that Sagittarius energy of Jupiter, and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Wands is exploring. He's like, I want to see what's out there. The 3 of Wands turns their back on that exploration. So a lot of you, your exploring for connection is coming to an end. And or there could definitely be some energy of uncertainty or not sure if there's commitment or where the commitment is leading, to unexpectedly receiving that Ace of Pentacles in your unexpected position to match that 9 of Pentacles to create the 10, to create the commitment. So I definitely do feel like you are in the position of attracting in some type of commitment, some type of stability, some type of stable person, and some type of offer of like, or energy of strengthening bonds. There's love, there's passion, there's stability. On the Ace of Pentacles in your unexpected position, I mean, the Page of Pentacles, that doesn't even get any better. And if you notice, all the pentacles are coming underneath the goals that have a bunch of coins on it. Isn't that cool? I just love how the things come out. And the High Priestess. Yes, so I feel like there is a part of you that is going to open up that you do not let be uncovered so easily. And I feel like some of you may even be surprised with what you decide to share or what you decide to give and put effort into here. You know, some of you are having that energy of, I'm putting my pride to the side. I'm going to open up. I'm going to show this person how I love them. I'm going to show them that I care. And you're going to be met with that exact energy. It's almost like this person has been waiting for more vulnerability from you if you're in a connection, or waiting for more of that from you. Now, on the total flip side of it, there could be some unexpected things that you have to attain to, or, yeah, I don't know if that's the right word, but you know what I mean. That has to do with your goals and your career finance energy as this evolution to your relationship or love life starts. So some of you may have to find that energy of balance in what you're doing this weekend and what you're nurturing and what you're giving to. And you have the High Priestess here twice. So I feel like, I don't want to say this person has also been keeping certain parts of themselves to themselves, but I feel like as you open up your vulnerability and sensitivity and put that pride to the side and allow yourself to experience, it looks like it's going to help this person do it as well. But there's so much fear connected to it with the devil and your outcome. So let's see. On the Justice card as your advice, we have the Three of Cups, we have the Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So there's a couple different things here with your advice. I would say, first things first, your advice is to not let other people's opinions get to you. And your advice is to also, I'm sorry to say it once again, Seven of Swords to the Page of Swords. I don't want you to think I'm saying that you're not being truthful about something, because that's not what I feel. You know, we're like, what did they say in Shrek? Like, we're like onions, right? You uncover a layer, you uncover a layer, you uncover a layer. There's a part of your onion that's super deep inside of the onion that this person's going to try to uncover, or you're going to feel led to uncover it where you would normally or naturally like hide it away. But you're being advised to actually be upfront with it and honest about it. And it could be something that, you know, makes you unique. I'm trying to think of an example, but there are so many different things that it could be. So many different things. Like, how can I give you an example? Like, there are so many different possibilities of what this could be in my mind that I can't even settle in one energy. So let me just clarify the devil, and maybe I'll get like an example. All right, your outcome with the devil, that fear of showing, you know, those things inside of you with the star, see? It's actually going to create more strength and more strong bond with you and this person. The Nine of Wands, there's that block and barrier of you expressing it. There's the Chariot breaking through, and the Empress receiving beautiful growth, nurturing energy. So you're going to watch yourself evolve through this, because there is something that you normally keep to yourself that you are going to feel led to express. And it's like taking a risk on connecting deeper. And like, I just find that so, it's like kind of beautiful. It is kind of beautiful. Because we all came here on earth to experience love. Yeah. Pizza tastes good. Music sounds great. Flowers smell amazing. But in the level of everything is love is what our souls are really here to experience. And Leo, as a heart chakra ruler, you know that better than others. But like I said, there is that pride energy that does seep through. That's just something that happens. But it's almost like watching yourself evolve, male or female, doesn't matter, from that Queen, Knight of Wands to that Empress, Emperor energy, and saying, well, I'm just going to be me. You're either going to love me for it or you're not going to love me for it. And that is actually when you manifest or align or deepen connections, because authenticity is power, and authenticity is also your highest form of vibration. So there is not only hope and healing, but there's wish fulfillment in this connection. Although you may have certain things to do that has to do with your career, finance, money, that seems like a secondary message. There is something going on here where the universe is wanting you to allow yourself to experience love, or experiencing love on a deeper level, and experiencing being more authentic and different and unique, and also being loved for it. So there's something here, and I find this message pretty beautiful. I do. There's like a pure love feeling I get from this reading, and I just love that the devil clarified by the star. I couldn't have asked for a better clarification, because the star breaks through the chains that the devil has. So this individual, this connection, this relationship, whether this is a new person, your current energy, they're actually going to help you break through those parts that you would normally try to hide away, and be more in him, be more proud of them. Like, they're going to help you be proud of the parts that you would normally try to dim down, which I think is so beautiful. Okay, so that's what I have here for you, Leo, for the weekend. I love this reading. This was a cute reading. And in terms of zodiac signs in the spread that could be around you in your chart, you have a whole lot of Libra, Virgo, and Pisces. Those three signs came through a lot. You also have some Sagittarius, Cancer, Taurus, and Capricorn. But Libra, Taurus, and Pisces really, I'm sorry, Libra, Virgo, and Pisces really took over your spread. So let's see what we have as your ending oracle from the Starseed Oracle. Pay attention to the number 9. You have 3 9s up here, and you have 3 9s in your spread. So here we go. Your ending oracle is you're not alone. Oh my God. I can't make this up. Isolation, physical connection, community. Wait, this deck is just doing it. This deck has just been doing it. I have something random to say about ending oracles, actually. Okay. This is crazy. It's got to be the last. Y is at the end of the alphabet. Here we go. The older the soul, the deeper the cave. You have the Hermit. Many starseeds and old souls enjoy their own company. Spending time alone can be comforting and necessary for their vitality, as it allows them to commune with their soul and fill up energetic resources, especially if they have an underactive or open root chakra or find it hard being human. Many starseeds find it more nourishing to retreat than to spend their time in meaningless conversations and relationships. However, we must remember that we're not here to go about this life alone. Humans are pack animals, and we all need love, company, and support of others, both emotionally and physically. I felt that at one point in time when I was mentioning that, you know, we did come here to experience love. As much as we want to be scared or hide away from it, that's usually a big purpose for souls to come through. In our increasingly online world, we can be connected to more people, yet feel more alone and isolated than ever. There's still so much we don't know about the energetic side effects of things like social media, with so many people knowing our news. What it's like being, what is it doing to our auric field? Commonly, we find ourselves in constant conversation, yet lacking the genuine connection of physical community and touch. The main message of this card is to step out of your cave and physically reach out to those in your life to replenish when you need to, but not isolate yourself. This could be seeing friends and family who live nearby, or having a regular catch-up walk with someone. Wow, I just did that yesterday, actually. In what ways can you open yourself up to people who are physically in your life, those you truly know and deepen to connect with? Well, I mean, what else am I supposed to say? So it's pretty on point to exactly what just came through. And that is so on point to your overall energy, because this Queen of Wands, this is you. This is your overall energy. You're being guided to be open and to express and to reach out and to allow the love. Even though it's mysterious and even though it could be a little scary, you're being guided to really follow and use your heart as strongly as possible this weekend. And it looks like your heart is going to align stronger to someone because of this, or align to somebody new in general. But Wow. So what I was going to say about ending oracles is that, I've been reading for a while, and I always throw an ending oracle in at the end. Y'all know I always read something from the book at the end. This may sound crazy to some people. Some people, this may not sound crazy. But I feel like certain oracle decks want to be used at certain times over other oracle decks. And right now, the time, or it has been for a while, the Starseed Oracle has been taking over. Because one of the times throughout Starseed's time, I decided to switch it up, right? And I decided to use the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. And I just felt like it just didn't click as much as the other ones did. But at a certain point in time, maybe like sometime last year, the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms were hitting directly. So I don't know what it is exactly, but it has come to my awareness that there are certain oracle decks that are meant for certain times, and there are other oracle decks that are meant for other times, specifically the ending oracle. Like, I know the oracle deck doesn't want to be used when the ending oracle has nothing to do with what the reading was. And this Starseed Oracle has been coming in like crazy connected. That's when I know that's the deck that wants to be used. So I don't know when it doesn't want to be used or not. I guess I would just have to wait until it kind of like doesn't really make sense at all, and then I'll know when to change it. But I just found that really weird and interesting. And I'm like super aware and super observational, especially when I do readings, because, I'm in the flow. And then if the ending oracle, if I changed the deck and it threw me off, like I could feel the throw off energy inside of me. But I just find that so interesting. So there's other people on here I know read tarot or maybe pull oracles for themselves. Do y'all find that? Where there's just some decks that are just like amplified for certain moments? I don't know. I just think it's really interesting. Anyways, this is what I have here for you, Leo. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing weekend out there, wherever you are at in the world. And don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, like this video if you had not already. And I'll talk to all of y'all very, very soon. Have a good one. Bye now.